And Maureen Maher is here to talk a little bit more about this case. 40 years? Why is it taking so long to make any headway with this case?
Well, they tried the first case, which you'll see, and I think after there was difficulty with the first case, and there was this unknown component at the time, which we talk about in the piece. Richard Racehorse Haynes was this famous or infamous defense attorney, and it was one of the first high-powered, well-paid defense teams that had pulled together. And Racehorse Haynes really pioneered this idea of making your defendant a celebrity. I mean, here's a man who is accused of killing a 12-year-old child, killing another man and wounding 2 others, and women were asking for his autograph as he was coming out of the courthouse because Racehorse Haynes had a PR campaign outside of the courtroom. And I really think that's what you see today in these really high-profile cases, the spin, the spin, the spin, the spin. And this is one of the first cases where you see the money really made a difference both in the defense and the spin.
He has a name, like, that's the type of name that you would have to be an attorney like that.
Yes.
Racehorse Haynes.
Well, and that's, if this is one of the first cases, I am curious to know, how did wealth kind of play a role in this case specifically?
I think it changed the public opinion in a big, small town, is the way Fort Worth would describe itself. I mean, we had no problem walking into Fort Worth and saying, hey, do you know the Cullen Davis? I mean, everybody knows it, and it was because of the way the promotion, the marketing of him as a defendant, and they villainized the victim. The woman who had a gaping gunshot hole to her chest and whose daughter was killed suddenly became the villain and was put on the stand for 11 days by Racehorse Haynes. So how did the money impact it? It impacted in the way the defense was put on, but also outside of the courtroom as well. It changed public opinion.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
So what happens next with this case?
Probably nothing. You know, people say, why are you doing a case that's 40 years old? Well, one, there's never been any justice, and you have a 12-year-old child and a man who were killed, and so there's always a reason to pursue justice when there hasn't been anyone who's been convicted. But at the same time, I think that it's interesting to look at what we do as reporters when we cover these kinds of cases. Where did that all start? This is one of the starting points.
Very interesting stuff.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Maureen, thank you so much for your time. And Maureen's full report, Murder in the Mansion, is part of a special 48 hours double feature that starts at 9, 8 Central. Her story airs directly after that at 10, 9 Central, only on CBS.